I had not seen a single frame of this film before watching it. All I knew was that it was called The Immigrant. It was the latest film directed by James Gray, and it starred Marion Cotillard, Jeremy Renner, and Joaquin Phoenix. So the film is about immigrants coming to America in the early 1920s. We get to meet Marion Cotillard, and her character's sister. Her character's sister is very sick, so she can't come into America. She has to stay on Ellis Island. And either can the main character. She is kind of stuck there too because of rumors that happened while she was on the ship. She's considered to be a very disgusting woman, a woman that has given herself up for men, but she said that she's not a part of that. So she's still stuck on the island, but a man who finds her attractive helps her get on the island. He's played by Joaquin Phoenix. He owns a theater, and he brings her into the world of theater, into the arts, into stripping, and into prostitution. She also meets a man who is played by Jeremy Renner's character, who is in love with her as well, so there's a love triangle that happens in this film. I'm a big fan of James Gray. I don't think he's ever made the greatest films ever made, but I have enjoyed the films that I've seen of his, from The Yards, We Are the Night, and I think Two Lovers is his best film that I've ever seen. I think all these films actually star Joaquin Phoenix. So this is like the fourth time that he's been in a film directed by James Gray. I really like James Gray as a director, as I said before. And at first, I felt for the first hour of this film, it was really strong, especially with the music, with the acting, and with the production design. I liked the filters they used when they shot this film because it felt like The Godfather Part 2. You know, when we go back into time and we see Vito Corleone come to America and experience America, it had that definite vibe, and I really enjoyed it for that. I did feel like the acting was really strong, and the story was really quite interesting. It just happened that after the first hour, it started to test my patience, and I feel like this movie has really nothing more to say, especially when we get into the love triangle between the three leads. And for that, it hurt my experience somewhat. I did still focus on a lot of the great production design to this film, the great cinematography, and superb acting by all leads. It just was the story wasn't that interesting anymore. It really wasn't that interesting, especially where it goes. I felt like it really just outstayed its welcome. And the movie's almost 2 hours, and I felt that maybe at a 90-minute film, it would have fulfilled all its goals. We got out of there and we experienced something. I was more emotionally connected to these characters in the first hour than I was in the second hour. I would say it's not a bad film. I just was hoping that it would be a great film. It really felt like it was going to be a really great film, especially in the first hour. Maybe even one of the best films I had seen this year. But it falls short in the second hour when it kind of repeats itself. And I started not to care about the characters. I started not to really care about them, whether they lived or died. And that was kind of sad, because in the first hour I really gave a damn. I really started to care about them. So what really kept me going throughout the rest of this film was the fact that it just looked like a very beautiful, well-made film. It's directed well. James Gray directs it very well. I think he's a really good director. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he comes up with next. I really admire this project. It's not based on a novel or true story, though I bet it's based on somebody's real life in the past. But according to the screenplay, this movie is an original idea written for this film. So kudos to that. I just wish they would have accomplished their goals in a quicker period of time instead of dragging it out for almost 2 hours. But in the end, I think this is still a strong movie. It's a good movie, worth seeing, it's worth checking out if you can find it in a theater locally in your area. I do give it a slight recommendation. It's a solid film, but I give it a slight recommendation. Don't need to rush out and go see it. Maybe Redbox it, Netflix it, or see it that way. But definitely see it when you get a chance. Especially if you like these period piece kind of films, you like to see these films that tackle these issues about early America, especially early America in the 20th century. And I like to see more films about this because it was really fascinating, especially in the first hour. I just wish it was stronger in the second. I would have graded this movie higher if it was. But it's good. I think it's a solid movie. I think it's a well-made film. I wish it was a better film than it was. But for that, I'm going to give The Immigrant a solid 3 stars out of 4. I'm MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and I'm on Facebook, and please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. Also go to Long Beach Acting and Film Association right here on Facebook and Twitter. Please also go to MoviePod.com, and if you've enjoyed this video review, please click right here. Subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you again so much for watching. Have a great day, great life, great night, great evening, and hopefully you'll see a movie that you really enjoyed as well. Peace with you, my friends. Have a great day, night, evening, life. Bye.